Hello and welcome to Daily News Analysis by Avid. Today is 10th of January 2023 and this is the list of news that we'll be covering from source from various media houses. Let's begin with the first one. The first one is the topic on important day. This is World Hindi Day today. So Hindi Day is celebrated every year on 10th of January. This is to promote awareness about the Hindi language across the world. And the theme for 2023 is Hindi Traditional Knowledge to Artificial Intelligence. Now, on 10th January 1975, the first World Hindi Conference was held in Nagpur. And from then on, every year there is a World Hindi Conference in lieu of World Hindi Day. Now, the 12th conference, that is this year's conference, will be held in Fiji. And this was decided in the last conference that was held in Mauritius. So the 11th conference was held in Mauritius. Okay. So let's go with the next news then. Now this is sourced from the Hindu paper. Here you can see India, Britain signed the Young Professionals Scheme. Now from this news, the important point is the Young Professional Scheme, which is a part of India-UK Migration Mobility MOU, that is memorandum that was signed in May 2021, and this scheme was announced in G20 summit at Bali. So what is this scheme about? The scheme permits up to 3,000 of degree-holding citizens aged between 18 and 30 to live and work in each other's countries for a period of 2 years. So basically, both Indians and Britons in each other's country can live and work for a period of 2 years. This is exchange of visas. Exchange of visas. Now, as per the news, this scheme will run for a period of 3 years initially. Then there will be an analysis, and after that, after the survey, they will decide furthermore. Now this also seeks to address the return of illegal migrants. Now recently we also have discussed about the India-Austria Migration and Mobility Memorandum. So this is, as you can see, a lot of European countries are facing illegal migrants menace. So this is in terms of that again. So a lot of Indians go to European countries to study and to work and for better life. But then many of them do not possess legal documents and they become illegal migrants. So this part of the scheme, the intention of the scheme is to address that illegal migrants. Let's move to the next. The next is sourced from the PIB, Press Information Bureau. Now here, Vice President inaugurates 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference. Now this All India Presiding Officers Conference is the apex body of the legislatures in India. And this IPOC has also completed 100 years in 2001. And because 100 years, why? Because the first conference was held in Shimla in 1921. So in this session, 83rd session, they'll discuss all these 4 points. You can see. And it will be held in the city of Jaipur. Now Jaipur has hosted previously also this Presiding Officers Conference. So this is the 4th time Jaipur will host the 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference. And when is the date? The date is 11 January 2023. Okay. So who attends all this? All the speakers are Speaker of Lok Sabha, then Rajya Sabha, Deputy Chairman, and all the presiding officers of legislative bodies from all the states will be attending the conference. So let's move to the next. This news again is from the Hindu paper, the Hindu paper. Now this is on the SC's order, or SC has transferred itself a lot of petitions pending in several high courts seeking legal recognition of same-sex marriage. Now a lot of these petitions are asking the courts to bring same-sex marriage under the ambit of Special Marriage Act of 1954. So here we'll understand what is this act about. Now this act allows people from two different religious backgrounds to come together in the bond of marriage. So it is a secular act and it plays a key role in liberating individuals from traditional requirements of marriage. So from the traditional norms, they can use this act to get married if they are from different religious backgrounds. But then the contention here by some of the judgments is that this act, it caters to religious point of view, not gender point of view. So this is the issue going on between the courts. And this act is in lieu of the personal laws that is prevalent in India, that is the Hindu personal law, Muslim personal law. So all these laws play an important role in marriages. But this law was made in 1954 to address the anomalies or the problems of personal laws when two people from different religious background fall in love and they want to get married. So according to the petitions, these articles, these fundamental rights, they are arguing that has been violated. Now you can see this is a golden triangle. Article 14, Article 19 and Article 21, they correspond to each other. So it is the golden rule or the golden triangle. Now they are also saying that due to the lack of judgments on same-sex marriage and not falling under the Special Marriage Act of 1954, it violates Article 16 of what? Of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, where it states that men and women of full age without any limitation due to race, nationality or religion have the right to marry and to found a family. Now again, the contention is the same here. Here also they are saying nationality or religion or race, but they are not saying gender. So a lot of things has to change before this same-sex marriage is allowed in India particularly, and a lot of narratives has to be changed. So hopefully in future we'll see that. Let's move to the next. Now this is again from the Hindu. Here you can see the delay in census. Now India has been conducting census since 1881 officially. Before that also a lot of kings had their own types of census. Now this 2021 census, which was supposedly our 16th census, has been delayed again, as mentioned by the Additional Registrar General of India. And this affects a lot of things, like due to delay in census report, it affects the marginalized communities and a lot of beneficiaries who benefit from welfare schemes. So the problem is it delay in benefits, the problems when there is a delay in update of census, delay in benefits from welfare schemes. Now why there has been a delay? So the delay, there are several reasons listed, but one of them could be, as UN has stated, it could be because of the pandemic and administrative lackluster or administrative inconveniences. Now according to UN, in this box you can see a lot of countries have delayed their census update. Why? The main excuse is the pandemic, but many countries like US, UK, China and even Bangladesh have completed their census update. So if all these countries can complete during the pandemic also, so why not India? So that is the question here. So let's move to the next. The next news is again from the Hindu paper. Here, this is an RBI report on municipal corporations. Now, according to the report, two things are listed, particularly the revenue of Indian municipal corporations is less than 1% of India's GDP. Okay, here you can see less than 1% of India's GDP, which is much smaller than Brazil and South Africa as well. So this is the first part of the report. The second part lists the reasons. So one of the reasons is the high dependency of municipal corporations on property taxes. Here, dependence on property taxes. So we'll just note it here. Dependence on property taxes alone. Now, if there is dependence on property taxes, there should be revenue coming in from property taxes, right? But this property taxes also is not regular collection. Hence, the municipal corporations cannot raise their revenue. And also another reason for this is because of the salaries and the payments. So the taxes that are collected again are invested back in the salaries of the employees and a lot of other expenses of the municipal corporations, and that's why they are leaving a gap for funds, and a lot of municipal corporations in India need urgent funding to function properly. So this was all about this news. Let's move to the next. Now this scheme, One Nation, One Subscription scheme, is related with the open access movement. Now what is this open access movement? Open access movement is a term actually associated with certain practices in academic publishing which improve access to scholarly work. Now it basically means is open access movement is one type of movement that all the publishing houses will be accessible by scholars for their research work, and this open access movement gained momentum after the advent of internet in the early 90s. Now India also has been following UNESCO's recommendation of 2021, which stated that the scholars can use or access a lot of information, and that will benefit in progress of science and development. So India also launched its own One Nation, One Subscription scheme based on that recommendation. It is under the Ministry of Education, and it is open access to national and international research papers and journals. Now, Indian government has stated that this will begin from April 2023. So this scheme intends to sign national licenses with most of the prominent publishers and data producers of the world. So if all these publishers and database producers of the world have a national license here in India, then these contents, which are already being subscribed by various institutions, particularly universities and colleges, will be more accessible for others as well. So this scheme not only caters to colleges, schools or universities, but this will also cater to normal citizens like us. Let's move to the next. Now this news is taken from the Assam Tribune. Here it says, PM to launch construction work for Pandu Ship Repair Center. So Union Ministry of Shipping, Ports and Waterways. Here you can see Mr. Sarpananda Sonowal, who is the Union Minister for Shipping and Ports. So they have decided to construct a ship repair center at Pandu, Guwahati. So why this decision was made? The decision was made because a lot of ships from Brahmaputra river, when they get damaged, they have to be sent to Kolkata for repair. This leads to a delay of up to 4 or 5 months, right? So this Pandu ship center, if once it's built, it will be a very comfortable for the shipbuilders and also those who own ships for cruises and etc. Now it is in the line of this cruise, that is Brahmaputra Varanasi cruise, which is known as Ganga Vilas cruise. So since this cruise will be regular through these waterways, so it is commendable, it is a welcome step to have a ship repair center at Guwahati as well. Now this will lead to development of cruise tourism along the river banks with our neighbors like Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar and Bangladesh, and also our 7 sisters, so that we can move our cargo faster. Okay, so this was from the Assam Tribune on Pandu Ship Repair Center. Now let's move to the next. This is also taken from the Assam Tribune. It is on the street vendors loan scheme. So we just have to know what is this loan scheme, and that loan scheme is called PM Swanidhi scheme. Now it is a centrally sponsored scheme, fully funded by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and this will formalize the street vendors, and this will facilitate working capital loan up to 50,000 as per the site. So you can search this website. So it's up to 50,000. Then this will incentivize regular repayment and also reward digital transactions. Now this is available for beneficiaries belonging to only those states or union territories that have been notified rules and schemes under Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act 2014. So this act is very important to avail this beneficiary. Okay, let's move to the next. This is the last slide for this news, and these 2 news have been taken from both Assam Tribune and the Hindu. So we'll begin with the Indian Art History Congress conference. Now here the important point is the edition, that is the 30th annual conference of Indian Art History Congress. It was held at Nalbari College. It is in Nalbari district of Assam. So we just have to know that much. And from here, this is taken from Hindu. This is a small report, small statement by United Nations that as per a report, the ozone layer above Antarctica is repairing itself or rehealing, and if it continues, it will take about 43 years for the hole to be closed. So this is a good news for us, but let's see what happens. So this was all about today's news analysis. We hope you're enjoying the series. If you like this series, please leave your comments and feelings towards this series. And if you're enjoying the series, always leave a like in our video so that YouTube knows that you're enjoying the video and it will help us improve better. So thank you for joining this session again. See you soon.